Joe Capriata, I know you from Unique Corals, Triton, Marco Rocks, but how did you get to where you are now? What started you in this whole crazy aquarium hobby?
13 years old, working at a fish store, 1987.
Where?
Every day after school, Long Island.
Long Island.
New York, Long Island.
Long Island.
Called Ecosystem. And I loved it. I just fell in love. I had an owner that really allowed me to kind of almost like self-manage the store at 13. He was out fishing and I would literally close the store at 8 o'clock at night.
At 13 years old?
13, 14, we got robbed. I had to call the police. It was nuts, but it was the best education ever. And I really got confidence in my abilities to manage people and to talk to people. And you know, 9th grade, 10th grade, that's what I was doing. And then a woman started wanting me to service her aquarium. So I would ride my bike to her house, charge her $20 to clean her late husband's aquariums.
Oh,
and,
you're going after the widow, Joe?
Yeah, $20. I was cheap. So that turned into an aquarium service company. Okay. And then from there, it snowballed into more and more accounts, moved into Manhattan, New York, got a showroom in the early 2000s, built up the company there, made a lot of industry connections, fell more in love, more passionate, got into the dry goods, growing coral, moved to California in 2012 to be closer to the import scene. You know, all the corals and fish come into LA from all those direct flights overseas. And I was like, I gotta open up a shop here. So I opened up a shop, Unique Corals, importing corals, growing them, and then connected with Triton and eventually Delua and Panerai along the way.
I remember going into the warehouse in California. You've taken plenty of my money in corals.
Oh yeah.
Always got great corals. It was fine. But yeah, I was like, I'm only going to spend this much. And you're like, oh shit, I spent this much. How'd that happen? You're like, yeah, but look what I got. It's really
We've had to do 2 receipts often for people. The one that they show their spouse and the one that's the real.
I didn't have to do that, but I've heard of that theory. It works very well.
Yeah.
So now it's Marco Rocks, Unique. Where does everything sit today,
So still have the company, Manhattan Aquariums in New York.
Okay.
And then we opened up another store called the Aquarium Shop in Long Island. And that's a full-blown, beautiful store. And then in 2018, I joined Marco Rocks. I was a customer of Marco Rocks, and I was buying from Mark, and his business partner wanted to sell. And it sounded like a good idea. I liked the product, so I joined that company in 2017, 2018.
Okay.
That's in Florida. So I have my service and store in New York, Marco Rocks in Florida, and I live with my family in Los Angeles where I have Unique Corals. And out of Unique Corals, we have the Triton ICP lab. We distribute all of the Triton products in the US, Pax Bellum, and now Panerai and Delua. The X4 lights, the Pixel lights, those are growing in popularity.
So you have everything covered from dry goods, dry all the way down to dry rock, to live goods with the corals. And one of the things that I've seen in the industry, I haven't been in it quite as long as you, but plenty of companies come and go, especially lighting companies. And I've told people all the time, people write me like, I've got the next new lighting, it's going to revolutionize things, and I say, whatever, write me back in 3 years. And they never write me back. Delua's getting to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, you're here, starting to see some results with like Ben Johnson and those guys.
The lights just work. The app is really the heart of the light. Being able to control it and connecting to it and grouping them in a way that you don't want to rip the hair out of your head. I'm an old generation guy, so it's a little bit harder for me to program and group lights and all that, but it's very easy with that app. The corals look beautiful in them. They're very efficient, not crazy high wattage, but very high par. And we've ran them in our systems for 1.5 years. The corals love them. We've got them at WWC. Sandler's got them on his drop-down tank. Similar tank to what you have. And the lights perform. And so that's the grassroots organic approach that we want to take. We don't want to sell the lights based on, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. We want people to use it and see that it works. And we know that if we offer a product like that, and we stand behind it, lifetime warranty on the lenses, it will sell itself. The industry could always use another good product.
Unlike our other people we interview, you still have your hair, so you got to be doing something right because you haven't pulled it all hair out. By the way, great hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're in LA, so I mean, you got to look the part, right?
Got to look the part, that's right. We've got some new products. We just launched our Live Rock, which you can actually get at SaltwaterAquarium.com.
Wait. Marco Rocks is selling Live Rock.
Yeah, so it's a spin on traditional Live Rock. And what it is our rock, Reef Saver, Foundation, Premium Shelf, that we've partnered with a diver that was using our rock for many years. So all the rock that people buy as Marco Rocks Live is Marco Rocks that's been in the ocean 2 years.
Not Tampa Bay, though.
No, it's not Tampa Bay. No, this is on the Keys side. all the rock is clean. Certainly, you could always find a pest, but that's part of the surprise. Ocean. You don't know what you're getting. It's the ocean, right? Well, 30 feet down.
I'm not going to say I started the idea of dry rock, but when I started being Mr. Saltwater Tank, one of the platforms that I stood on was start your tank with dry rock because then it's pest free and it's easier to aquascape.
Yeah.
You like to mortar stuff together. You can see some
time.
crazy aquascape. Yeah, you got all the time in the world.
Yep.
Because stuff isn't drying out and stinking and all that. Do you feel like it's more accepted now but now we're going back to live rock is more popular than dry? Where do you see that going?
It's a really good question. As a seller of predominantly dry rock, I don't want to mislead people and say if you just put dry rock in your tank, yes, you avoid the pests, but you do have to inoculate. You can't just wait and hope this biome magically appears. It doesn't work like that. It's not in the
fairy
air.
Dust.
Right. So you have to bring something in, some substrate, some surface area that's coated with really healthy microbiome, whether it's sand, whether it's live rock from your friend's tank or from your LFS. Or live rock. So what we're telling people now is scape your tank, take your time with dry rock, and then leave a few spots where you can put some of the live in. We ship it overnight, not 2-3 day like some of the other people.
Yep.
So we spend the money, we get it to you on your doorstep next morning, you put it in your tank, it smells like the ocean, and you're inoculating your system that way. But I do believe in diversity, so don't just stop there. Go to your friend's tank, go to a frag swap and actually swap rocks, swap biomes.
Okay.
A tank that's running really well. Put some of that rock in your tank, some scoop, some mud, some sand. That's the goodness that these tanks need.
As I've always said, LPS corals with a big skeleton. They probably got some sponge on there, other stuff.
Yes.
Put it in your tank.
Yep.
Enjoy your tank. You don't need to wait 6 months with nothing in it.
Yep.
You can put some corals in there and just gently get it going.
Yeah, I believe in kind of rushing the coral aspect because it helps to balance the tank, pull the nutrients out, and don't let unwanted pests take root in the tank. So if you put pressure on the tank with corals pulling up those nutrients, it prevents other things from then filling that void, that power vacuum, so to speak.
Okay.
But don't throw a bunch of acros in there right away and expect them to hold color. Now you're setting yourself up for failure.
But your green slimer is probably going to live.
It actually will.
Yeah. If you kill that.
We actually did in our lagoon tank in corals, kind of as a test. We set the tank up, and within the second week, I put a colony of green slimer. Turned a little bit into a brown slimer for a month, but now it roared back and it's full green. Never lost a beat.
Yeah, that's a great coral.
Can't do that with every acro.
No, but a lot of them.
When you know what you're doing, you can. That's the thing. Yeah.
Purple stylo, the Milka stuff. It's just gonna go.
Yep.
It's great. And it's like any collection from the wild. If it's done responsibly, it can be done sustainably.
Yes.
But mined rock is from the earth.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about quick transport. You said you can take your time aquascaping it.
Yep.
And probably when you do your first aquascape, you're going to look at it in a month and be like, oh.
That seems to be the curve that people take. They're like, oh, this is great. No, they look at others like, no, it's not. No. I'm going to redo it again.
They redo it again.
Do a little bit better.
And then you get used to your corals and you're like, God, I did this all wrong. I got to start all over again.
Well, we've come a long way, though. You remember when we just take our rocks in the 90s and just stack them all up? And it was just that Indo wall.
Yep. Yeah. Did you have the red barnacle?
Oh, the big purple red barnacle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the blue sponge thing, wall sponge, We
had it all.
Did you bleach them though? Because I used to bleach them.
Yeah, of course.
Once a month, because it was
about
how
white it was. I used to bleach
it
it for all my service clients.
Yeah.
Kill tanks every once in a while.
Why did it happen? We didn't know, but maybe it had something to do with the bleach.
And it looked good. That bleached white, something about it with the bubbles coming off after you first put them in.
Did you have the bubble disc?
No, just, they would bubble themselves for the first hour after I put them back in.
The fish might have been a little.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to chat, man.
No, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.